4, stall 11 for Yasa, 14 for Winged Messenger. Looks like 16 vacant as well, Woven to head into there, and maybe 23 as well beyond Borders. So just a handful of runners to head into the stalls now. Some of these have been in for quite some time and they're waiting patiently and well. An experienced group. And we're nearly there. Just about ready to go. Set. Maybe one more to come forward, actually. 14, Winged Messenger, stall 14 for that one. Then we'll be set. In stall 2, Brooklyn 99 getting a little restless. And they're off. Oh, and an appalling start for Eternal Sunshine. She dipped as the gates crashed back. She's done well to recover. She's actually one of the front runners to the far side through the opening furlong of the Ladbrokes Air Bronze Cup. So Cats Bob and Eternal Sunshine are the leading pair far side, chased closely by Johnny Concrete and Kelpie Grey, then Territorial Knight, bright with blue sleeves, and then Mr. Socks, who's in the blue and white colours. Mostar Dreams is far side as well, just in front of Musical Touch, working back to Winged Messenger, Yasa Wob Wob Wob, and Brooklyn 99 who's tailing off. Near side Manila Scouts with Oriental Prince and Top Juggler who travels okay. Further back then to Azure Zane and Fortimore from Powdering, and back in behind those is Moonstone Boy who's in a purple coloured jacket. Well back Arabian Cobra, Bosch just in front of that one. Irish Nectar well back as well with Woven as they come down inside the final two. Far side Eternal Sunshine and the grey Kelpie Grey with Winged Messenger to the left hand side of that far side group, finishing to great effect. Cats Bob is following those. Woven is across towards the near side with Azure Zane as the leading pair, but it looks like the far side have it, and it's Winged Messenger challenging Eternal Sunshine for the lead. It's been a mighty run from Eternal Sunshine. Woven is late on the scene, but it's Winged Messenger who wins bronze from Woven, then Eternal Sunshine, Cats Bob, and further back to Territorial Knight and Irish Nectar.
Oh, so consistent. Winged Messenger has won the Ladbrokes Air Bronze Cup from stall 14. Danny Tudhope for Julie Camacho. This gelding, by postponed, would you believe it, has won his 4th race and has overhauled Woven, who's run a huge race. Look how far clear of his group he is. Eternal Sunshine, what happened at the start? Went right down on her nose, but picked up by Lauren Young. She still looked the winner inside the final furlong. She's clung on for a gallant third. Ahead of in 4th place, Cats Bob, I think, has finished 4th. And it might have been Irish Nectar in 5th, but I'd have to confirm that. 17-2, Winged Messenger has won the Ladbrokes Air Bronze Cup. It was Territorial Knight who finished 5th.
Yeah, we've got to look at how they came out of the stalls. We're going to see this horse finish Woven. I'm not so sure it might be the second time that he's finished like that and ended up being second in the Bronze Cup. He certainly figured in one of these races before, but he absolutely flew. But there was a story at the finish of the race, but there's definitely a story at the front of the race, and that might have cost Eternal Sunshine the result. But look at this horse flying.
Well, lots of people, as is typical in a race, that's be ruining their ill fortune. None more so than Michael Dodds, who's Woven has run an enormous race, racing on what appeared to be the wrong part of the track. But there's Steve Brown and Julie Camacho. What a team they make. Teamed up again to elicit a run of really consistent efforts from Winged Messenger. Let's have a look at the favourite Eternal Sunshine. Far right, stall 1, easy to spot. Gareth Topham gets this straight away. Horse next door had been restless, Brooklyn 99, and this is what happens to Lauren Young at the start. Oh my word, how on earth did she not fall?
Yeah, it's gone straight down as well, and despite that though, she still held a position, ended up in front almost.
Lost her eye for a bit.
But yeah, I mean, she showed tremendous speed to have overcome that. Cats Bob was immediately to the fore as well. Kelpie Grey was just in behind, and it was apparent from an early stage the far side had sway.
Yeah, the far side were dominant throughout. I mean, Woven is so far clear of his group.
Absolutely, he's come from another parish here. The stand side were just not at the races at all. It was 2 separate races, one of them containing the horses that were going to win. He's even last on that group.
He's only got Irish Nectar behind him, hasn't he, at this stage? Whereas the winner's starting his run almost up the middle. He came from stall 14, second came from stall 16, but still got plenty to do, the winner at this stage.
Yeah, interestingly, the horse who came from the stall to the far side of the winner is in the purple colours, Moonstone Boy, this side, and the horse on the other side of the winner has also raced this side. So it's to Danny Tudhope's great credit that he opted to get out of the way and go and follow the right group.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, he did. He's gone across, and he's always had a target for him to aim at, and he's timed it extremely well.
Yeah, he knew he wanted to be over there.
He
13
did, yeah.
and 15 were both over here.
Absolutely. If Stole 14, he obviously had options, but you think he'd possibly come more stand side, but he decided to stay on the outside of the far side group. That paid off well, but still had plenty to do, even going to the furlong marker.
Yeah, it's a big performance from the winner. Huge performance from the third, but a monster performance from Woven. And he didn't even get a clear run through on his side.
He
might even have won if he got a run.
I think he probably would. He only had one behind him, and that horse behind him was Irish Nectar, and he's done really well as well. He was in the beige colours. He didn't get the clearest of passages as well, but yeah, they've made up a lot of ground late on.
He's been a horse like that, Woven. He's been a bit of a crossbar horse throughout his long career now, but look at that. He's gone diagonally across the track as well.
See, everyone will say, right, you need to be low for tomorrow, but having watched that again, I'm not quite so sure.
Well, I think, to be honest, if he'd have been drawn in behind the likes of Eternal Sunshine, blasting ahead from a low stall, I think he might have won the race by 2 lengths.
Yeah.
The second.
Well, Woven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still
low.
of the view that in these big cavalry chargers, of which there are 2 to come tomorrow, I'd still rather be low than high.
Either which way, the Ladbrokes Air Bronze Cup rug goes on Winged Messenger, who's flown home for Danny Tudhope and Julie Camacho.
And it's those fine margins, isn't it? The winner came out of 14, ended up going the right side. Woven out of 16, but sort of stayed the wrong side, given how it worked out. But still, ran a mighty race. 28-1 in second. Eternal Sunshine 3-1 favourite was third.